Alright, hey guys, welcome to another video. Currently in a parking lot. Guys, check out the car. It's looking so clean. I just gave it a nice wash. Gotta clean the exhaust tips a little bit more. And, but overall, guys, look at just the whole car. Just looks so good. I need to, unfortunately, that's one of the things, right when you leave after you clean it, you just flick up so much stuff and it gets right on the fender. You can't do much about that, unfortunately. But it's just looking so good, guys. I mean, I love this car. It's so nice. Alright, so we definitely gotta try to sneak out of here. It's a little tight. We got a car right there. Alright, clean sneak away. Got a CLA 45 AMG. Gotta respect our AMG fam. But anyway, so one of the topics that I want to cover in this video today is, oh, also, if you guys notice, I got a haircut. I know I wear a hat a lot, so you kind of can't tell, but it's, it was way too long, and I had to cut it. I just couldn't stand having a long hair, so I cut it. But I didn't cut it, someone else cut it. So the topic we're gonna cover today, very important topic. A lot of you guys are always asking me, and I know I've covered this before, but people, I don't know, newcomers on the channel, I know it's a little hard to find, because I kind of, like, I was titling, like, new exhaust setup, which it was a new setup. It wasn't that drastically new, however, there was obviously new implementation. I put a new thing on the exhaust, and that'd be a resonator. So, a lot of people are always asking me, hey Pete, what's a way to make the car not as noisy? Because, you know, you probably, in most people's cases, they bought the AWE Track Edition exhaust or the Borla exhaust. I know plenty of people who have done that, and they're now dealing with a very loud vehicle. Now, I'm not saying like it's a bad choice. Like, overall, buying the Borla, buying the AWE Track, buying a very aggressive exhaust is not a bad choice, because overall it sounds so good, like, without a downpipe. Like, you don't have to go very far. You can just kind of just stay with the catback. However, as all of us car guys know, it's not always just going to be just the catback. You have to keep building upon it, or you don't have to. It just ends up being that way, and everyone always goes like above and beyond, and that's what I did. I told myself I only wanted to do the Borla, and I don't want to do the downpipe, but I did the downpipe. It was really loud. I will insert some clips so you guys can get an idea as to how loud it was. Alright, so I'll cut a deal with you guys. Now, this is a bit of a stretch, but the thing is, it's a little bit of a pain in the neck to do, and that's kind of what I want to set you guys up to the challenge. If I get 100 likes within 2 weeks, I will remove my resonator, and I will go back to the loud setup, and I'll make a video on that so you guys can hear that. So be sure to like this video, because who's to say that? I mean, that would be so cool. I actually do want to see what this thing sounds like. Obviously, I am going to sell it, and it breaks my heart, but I do want to finally experience kind of the newer pops and how this thing will sound like again, because I really miss that old, like, the noisy stuff. I don't miss it on the highway. I certainly don't. In fact, I love my setup right now, but I'd love to just go back for a couple days and see what it's like. So if you guys are interested and you guys want to see what that sounds like, be sure to leave a like, and if we get 100 likes within 2 weeks, I'll do it. I'll take off the resonator, and it'll be really loud again. But anyway, so a lot of you guys came to this video wondering how to make your car quiet, or how to make your car not as loud. It depends on your exhaust setup. One of the things to keep in note is just generally, if your exhaust comes with a muffler or a resonator, if it comes with a muffler and a resonator, there's probably a high chance that they're just high flow, and it's going to be a little bit more sophisticated, because then you're going to have to start cutting out actual resonators. You're not actually cutting out piping. For me with the Borla, it was a straight through mid pipe all the way to a small muffler, and that was the exhaust. So that's why it's so loud, because there's actually no resonator at all. The mid pipe's just a clean straight pipe. So it makes it easier to put stuff on. So I will say, Borla, and I think AWE as well, they're very easy to just quickly pop resonators in. So keep that in mind. Another thing to note is if you haven't purchased your Borla catback yet, they actually sell resonator add-ons now. It's something to totally look into. It's probably the easiest thing just to clamp in, clamp out. It's its own mid-pipe section too. So it's pretty much just like the traditional setup, because like I mentioned before, the mid pipe is actually its own pipe. It's just one singular pipe, because it's all a clamp, multi-clamp exhaust. So that's something to keep in mind. One of the things I want to say though is depending on how much you guys are willing to spend, you don't actually have to weld the resonator that you get in. I will leave a link. I don't remember exactly which vibrant resonator that I have, but I will leave the Amazon link in my description below, and hopefully you guys can find it that way. It's the best resonator. It's literally the best. It sounds so good. It helps the car sound amazing. So I mean it by that. So there was really no drone at all compared to what I was dealing with before. It was amazing. And when I was like driving this thing when it didn't have the resonator, and I was thinking it's completely hopeless. This has been like kind of a lost cause. I ruined my car because it's way too loud. I can't drive it on the highway. It's making me miserable. So once I put the resonator in, I was blown away at how amazing this thing sounded again. And another thing that's really nice is, honestly, it's like a Borla loud. It's maybe a little bit louder than the Borla, especially if you get into it, because that downpipe is there. It really only just removed any of that kind of that boominess that you would get around 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs, the highway kind of RPMs. So overall, it sounds really good. I'll give you guys a little bit of a listen, make sure there's no one around. All right. And it's just right in there. So obviously, it doesn't really impact the setup of the Borla. It doesn't change the alignment. This is still perfectly aligned as to where I like it, because obviously this is just the hangers that hold this. So essentially what you guys are doing is just cutting into the mid pipe and just clamping in a resonator. It's really, really easy, really simple, and it's really cheap. I think overall I probably spent something around like, I would say the resonator itself at the time was like 90 bucks. I think they've gone down in price, which is really nice for any of you guys who are looking to do this. You'll probably spend, if you do it yourself, just 90 bucks. And then clamps, probably another 10. So really 100 and change. If you have someone else do it, which I did, I spent like 150, which is kind of like ridiculous. And I had someone else cut it and clamp it in. So, it's up to you guys. It's really not a hard task. I kind of wish I did it myself. You really don't need adapters too. I'm pretty sure if you just buy the vibrant resonator, it'll just slide right in. And then the clamps will just help clamp it in as well. I've had no problems. It doesn't seem to be leaking at all, so that's really nice. So anyways, if you guys are looking to do something like this and you guys need further information, don't hesitate to ask me. I can give you guys I can send you pictures of kind of the exact placement of the resonator, just so you guys can know if you want. Just send me a DM on Instagram at New England Pete, and yeah, I'll answer any of you guys' questions. So with that said, thank you guys again for staying tuned to the channel. I love all the support, all of it. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.